That could have been me, out there on the bridge, feeling the wind as the waters beneath beckoned my company. Lips cracked, throat drying, and the last glimmer of hope rolling stubbornly down my cheeks. That could have been me.
Route 35, Victory Bridge. Connecting the cities of Servale and Perth Amboy, the bridge has been an indifferent witness of 82 lives ended or intended to end since 2004. 60% of high school students report to commit suicide due to drugs, alcohol, and relationship breakups. Overcoming suicide by doing a big difference for herself and the community, I met Lis Mery Ramirez, a 28-year-old graduate from Rutgers University in Sociology and Latino Studies.
I'm an artist, I'm a writer, poet. I love art, I love any form of creative expression. My life is a constant reminder that we all need some sort of outlet to express our so many emotions. I have memories of my uncles making puppets for community shows, and my dad writing, and my mom, she was always making some sort of crafts. I feel too much, and I think that's what makes someone creative. When you're passionate about just absolutely everything that surrounds. My whole thing has always been to develop spaces where people could express themselves in a welcoming environment. Throughout my time working here for the city, that's kind of like what my mission has been, just to help Perth Amboy become more of a cultural hub, you know, where we nurture creativity and we showcase it.
Starting as an opportunity to create cultural and artistic events in the city, Lis Mery became the co-director of the Arts Gallery.
Really excited to have you all here today for Glimpses of Reality. 10 phenomenal local and some from New York photographers who are showcasing the work here. The idea behind the show is to capture those sites that sometimes go unnoticed.
With her artistic alter ego, La Ciguapa, Lis Mery told me how she is currently going through her depression and suicide thoughts by perhaps her best way to express herself, writing poems.
It is the reason why I feel naked if I don't have a pen. It is also the reason why I feel so crazy about song lyrics. And it's also the way in which I can put colors and shapes into words to help artists share their talents, you know, encourage them to grow and showcase their work. Because writing has led me through to spoken word, has led me to host a radio show, has led me to do, MC a lot of events and things like that.
My name is Lis Mery Ramirez. As you can see, we have so many phenomenal artists here today. Excited to have you all here enjoying our Red 2 or Red Square event, inspired by the color red and all the emotions that it incites.
At the Suicide Prevention Workshop, Carol Womack, social worker, claims Middlesex County is on the top 3 on youth suicide rates since 2007, and New Jersey in the last place in the country.
Big difference though with depression is that when you really have depression, the sadness affects your ability to function.
I just lost my daughter August 12th, 54 years old. She committed suicide. She had a disease called bipolar, and she tried it when she was 14 years old in high school.
When I worked in the juvenile detention center, we had a young man there. He had made a suicide pact with his friend. They were both 16 years old. They lived in South Brunswick.
And I thought that would be the end of it. But it wasn't. I went under the water. I looked up. I could see the sun. I could see the light.
Yo llevo 8 años con depresión y estoy sobreviviendo cada día.
I met Edith Rivera and her daughter. She is part of the sad statistics about rising suicide rates in Hispanic female students. Another cause is the painful nostalgia created when Hispanics emigrate to the States for their country of origin and cannot adapt themselves yet.
Yo decía, mami,
I did ask my mother to give me money to travel to Colombia. She said, "Papi, you're gonna live here." I called my friends over there and they said, "Mauro, call me later because we're playing soccer." And then I started to cry and my depression became bigger. Even someone's cars beeping at you, crossing the street, you have that state of mind set up already when depressed.
But I've attempted suicide 2 or 3 times, and when I was around that age, 12 to 15.
Los muchachos tienen más facilidad para conseguir la droga, entonces hace que se dispare la bipolaridad.
So what I've come to realize, especially and come to accept in the last year, is that I suffer from bipolar disorder. So I try to keep like a to-do list or a checklist, because otherwise I forget. I also have ADD, so which most artists do. So this year I was in the hospital because I had a breakdown. It was the darkest I've ever been, I will say. The day after I got out, I spent the night at my friend's house, and the next day when her dad was bringing me over, he's like, every day, all that you have to do is just get up, shower, you get ready, te pones los guantes, you put on the gloves, and you get ready to fight.
We talk about drugs, alcohol. We talk to our daughters about safe sex. But rarely do we bring up suicide. So it's really something that we need to include.
Siempre hable con el corazón. Nunca oculte problemas. Hable con su terapista o psicólogo.
Just because their kids come home and they're sarcastic, don't say their kids, they have a problem. Talk to them. Sit down with them and say, if you had a fight, talk to me. We'll try to solve the problem.
You have to, carry the sword to fight your dragons every day. I'm able to take that pain and transform it into something. When I read a poem in front of people, and when somebody in the audience goes like, I think that's the most amazing feeling, because you connect with them.
I could say this growing up in a Puerto Rican family. It's time that we address this issue that affects each and every one of us.
For me, writing is not only an outlet, it is essential. It is my therapy. I feel like if I wasn't able to write, I wouldn't know what I would do.
Like other survivors under that bridge, by expressing herself and helping others, Lis Mery will definitely rise like a phoenix.
There is a phoenix rising. What a sight to witness when it finally takes flight.